together and the stakeholders to come up with a way of doing that. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Hello.
I've seen you before, Governor, and I want to say that one of your best assets is your ability to communicate with people, and I'm not even on your cabinet. But I think that the other important thing about you is the fact that you're very positive, and that positivity, is there such a word? In any case, rubs off. It's positive, positive, positive. I, for one, am sick and tired of global warming. I don't believe that there is a fact of global warming, but that's what you want to use, that's fine. The most important thing are your ideas regarding the environment and conservation of energy. And the second most beautiful place in the world is Austria. I've been there and I love it. And a lot of other places in the world. And you do find, as you well know, that people, when you're not in the room, turn the light out. That doesn't happen here. Walk all over. Look at all these lights. And I'm really glad I have a health insurance company because I am going to have shoulder pains as a result of this air conditioning, City of Concord, so I'm going directly to the doctor afterwards. But in any case, I think that I'm going to comment. By the way, I'm a 38-year retired teacher, and I'm still alive. And I want to ask a question. I am getting to one. That's probably the root of a lot of the issues that you're trying to address, having to do with education, health, welfare, and everything else. I'm concerned about our borders, and I know nobody wants to talk about that. And I'm concerned, I'm not talking about people from Mexico coming into California or people from Mexico going to Texas. I'm concerned about the porousness of the borders regarding people from other areas using our borders in order to gain entry. Yesterday I heard on the radio comments regarding an application if you want to join Al-Qaeda. Imagine. And they were reading all the things that you had to answer before you could even be considered to be a member of Al-Qaeda. It was easier to get into the state of California, I'm sure, through the border than it is to join Al-Qaeda. So there's something that has to be done. In school teaching, I remember the Vietnamese coming in the boat people and things like that. There were diseases, and it's not their fault, but there are diseases that come through that we address. I've had ringworm, I've had impetigo, and the only thing I was really afraid of was TB. And those are the kind of things I want addressed with respect to the state of California to keep it as great as it is. So keep up the positivity. It's wonderful. It rubs off. And I think if you want to really get your program across, is just hold about 2,000 of these and you're going to convince a lot of people.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. First of all, let me just say, you're not the only one that is frustrated about the border situation. You're not the only one that is angry and disappointed about the border situation. A lot of Californians are, the majority of Californians are, because we are all upset that the federal government hasn't gotten their act together. We send the legislators, we send the leaders to Washington to take care of the job, to get together and not to live in denial, looking the other way and pretending like it's not happening. That is their responsibility, and I'm sorry to say that they have not really gotten their act together and just come up with a solution where they say, okay, this is what we're going to do. In the meantime, like you say, people are coming through the border. We have sent, as you know, more than 1,000 National Guards to the border to help the federal government. And so there's a lot of work that is being going on. I hope that this year they're going to get their act together and that this year they will come up with a comprehensive immigration reform so that we really know that A, that we can go and have secure borders once and for all, and B, that we can have a organized guest worker program that if a company here in the United States, California, let's say, farmers or construction workers, need workers and they can't find the workers in this country, if they can't find the workers in this country, then they should be able to go outside and get someone as a guest worker to come in. All of this, then this person can be here legally, then this person can open a bank account legally, they can drive legally, can own a car legally, and all of those things legally. And we know their background, because their background will be checked, so we don't get criminal elements to come in here. So all of those things ought to be taken care of and ought to be part of the comprehensive immigration reform. I hope, and I think the more pressure that all of you put on the federal government to get this done, the better it will be and the faster they will act. So thank you very much for your concern about this. And global warming does exist. Just want to make sure you understand. I've studied this issue very carefully. fully understand about the 15th century and about the Stone Age and all those things. I've heard those things. Let me tell you, we should do the things that we have power over. One of the things that we have power over is not to move China to say, don't fire up any more coal plants, but the thing that we have power over is, as you could see, for instance, I don't know if you saw Newsweek when I was on the cover on that issue about global warming, is to go and spread through the media and through a campaign, an organized campaign all over the world, to let, because California has that power, to let everyone know, let us all do our share. Let us all do things in order to go and change and really solve this problem. We see it firsthand right now what's going on. For instance, the fires. We have more fires now. They've started much earlier than ever before because of that situation, because the temperatures are increasing. We have seen more runoffs now than we have seen ever before. That's why we want to capture that water and have more water storage. So there's things that we all can do with conservation and also technology. We have car engines that are not burning this fossil fuel. Look at this right now. The oil price is going up. The gasoline price is going up. You know why it's going up? Because you have no choice. You have no choice but going to a gas station to buy gas. But if we have biofuel, if you have ethanol, if you have hydrogen fuel, if you have electric power, then all of a sudden you say, you know, the hell with you guys with your oil. I'm not going to get your oil for $4 a gallon. I'm going to go and get an electric car, and I will never use oil again. That is, but that is the power, or not drive. That is the power that we have. This is the direction that we want to go. So thank you for your participation. I love your energy too. Thank you.